Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Normal here, and in this video we're going to do the comparison of two Vivo smartphones, the Vivo Z1X with the Vivo Z1 Pro. So Vivo Z1 Pro was announced a couple of months back for a price starting 14,999, while the Vivo Z1X is priced 16,999. So there's a price difference of 2K between these two devices. So which is a better device to buy? What additional features you get for additional 2K you pay on the Vivo Z1X, and which is a better value for money device? So that's what we're going to compare in this video. So let's get started with a detailed comparison. So there are lots of similarities between these two devices. There are lots of differences as well. So we'll cover all those things in this video. So first step, let's have a look at the design and build quality. Now design wise, there is a drastic difference. If you look at the front panel, we have the punch hole display on or the in-display camera on the Vivo Z1 Pro, while we have the notch display on the Vivo Z1X. So that's the one major difference. You can see that the punch hole camera or the in-display camera, that's what Vivo calls, is kind of a different feature in this price segment. And also if you're a person who loves playing a lot of games, the notch will not interfere. Instead it is at the bottom when you're playing in landscape mode. So that's one advantage. While on the Vivo Z1X we have the standard notch display, and this looks quite good overall, but then it's a personal choice whether you want the camera in display or with the notch. Now looking at the back panel, that's where the difference happens. So here we have a flat back panel with triple rear camera, while we have a slightly curved device on the Vivo Z1X. So it feels slightly different to hold because it has this curved finishing on the back panel. But then the Vivo Z1X is a bit more lighter in weight, around 10 grams lighter than the Vivo Z1 Pro. Also the Z1 Pro is a bit more bigger in size because of the larger 6.53 inches screen size, while we have 6.38 inches on the Z1X. So but it's a bulkier device, the Vivo Z1 Pro, when compared to the Vivo Z1X. Again, design is subjective, so some people might like the Vivo Z1X while others might like the Vivo Z1 Pro. So our personal choice probably would be the Vivo Z1X because it's slightly lighter, compact to use, and design looks slightly better for us. Now next, let's talk about the display. So this is one area where these two devices drastically differ. We have two different display sizes, 6.38 versus 6.53, and apart from that there is a major difference in the panel. We have an AMOLED panel, that's a Super AMOLED panel on the Vivo Z1X, which is really good. The colors are vibrant, great viewing angles, sharpness levels are also really good. So overall one of the best displays out there in this price segment on the Vivo Z1X. On the other hand, we have IPS LCD panel on the Vivo Z1 Pro. So you can see that the viewing angles are definitely better on the Z1X, and the colors are also slightly better on the Vivo Z1X. So overall we feel the display quality is definitely superior on this Vivo Z1X when compared to the Z1 Pro. Both devices have short protection, so they are covered in terms of the protection offered. Next, moving on to the software. So this is one area where there is no difference at all. Both are powered by Android 9.0, and we have the FunTouch OS, which is a customizable OS with lots of additional features being offered. Now if you look at the settings panel, you can see that both offer the same features and options. So we are not going in detail to these aspects because both have the same features being offered. Now talking about the performance side. Now both the devices are powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 712 octa-core processor. The Z1 Pro RAM starts at 4GB RAM, and there is also 6GB RAM variant available. But here in the Vivo Z1X, the base variant is 6GB RAM, even though there is multiple storage variants. So that's the difference. So in terms of performance, day-to-day experience, both are equally responsive, no major difference here. Now switching between apps is also very smooth and no issues whatsoever, and almost similar performance we noticed on both the phones. So in terms of performance aspect, we would say neither of them are superior. Both have really good performance all round, and the Snapdragon 712 is a really good chipset. Now if you are more into gaming, the larger display on the Vivo Z1 Pro helps in that, but then you also get an AMOLED display on the Z1X, so that equals the performance. So even in gaming, both are equally good and does a really good job. Both have dedicated gaming modes available, so both does a pretty good job in terms of the gaming performance. Now let's talk about the call quality. So here both we would say again a similar performance, no major difference. Speaker performance was better on the Vivo Z1 Pro, that's what we felt. The Z1X speaker quality was not really that great. Now talking about the fingerprint scanner, so this is one area where these two differ. Again, I can see that this has a a fingerprint scanner on the back panel. That's a physical fingerprint scanner on the Vivo Z1 Pro, while we have in-display fingerprint scanner on the Vivo Z1X. So that's the difference. So in-display fingerprint scanner is the latest technology, so that makes it a bit more superior than the Vivo Z1 Pro. Both the devices have really fast fingerprint scanners, and face unlock is really fast on both the phones. Now moving on to the cameras. So we have a triple rear camera setup on both the phones. We have a primary 48 megapixel Sony IMX582 sensor on the Vivo Z1X, and we have an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and a 5 megapixel depth sensor, while we have a 16, 8 and 2 megapixel camera combination on the Vivo Z1 Pro. Now here we would say, in terms of the camera performance, both are really good performers, but here having a look at the camera samples we have taken, the 48 megapixel shooter on the Vivo Z1X with the Sony IMX582 sensor performs really well, and it's a better choice over the Vivo Z1 Pro. So in terms of the camera performance, our choice definitely would be the Vivo Z1X with better details, better sharpness levels, and even better low light experience. When we reviewed the Vivo Z1 Pro, we mentioned that the low light performance was not really great, but here Vivo Z1X has better overall camera performance. So here are some samples we have taken with these two devices, and you can clearly see that the Vivo Z1X has the better performance overall. Now next, moving on to the battery performance. So we have a 4500 mAh capacity battery on the Vivo Z1X, while we have 5000 mAh capacity battery on the Vivo Z1 Pro. So battery performance is definitely better on the Vivo Z1 Pro, where we could get almost like 10 hours of screen on time, while on the Vivo Z1 Pro we can get around 7 to 8 hours easily. That's pretty good. And both the devices have fast charging. We have 22.5 watt fast charger on the Z1X, while we have 18 watt fast charger on the Z1 Pro. So here again, Z1 Pro has larger capacity battery, while the Z1X has the advantage of the 22.5 watt charger. So now we have covered all the aspects. So which is a better device to buy here? So looking at the pros and cons. Vivo Z1X has a better display, better RAM actually. In fact, 6GB RAM is the basic variant, slightly better design, better cameras, and 22.5 watt charger. That's the advantage. Now the Vivo Z1 Pro has better battery life than punch hole camera or in-display camera, which is slightly superior in terms of technology, and then also it has larger display for gaming, and slightly priced cheaper, or rather 2K difference between these two devices. So if you're looking for a phone on a tight budget, then obviously the Vivo Z1 Pro makes sense, because at 14,999 it's a great value for money device. But if you want a slightly premium device, and if you're ready to spend 2K more, we would suggest you to go with the Vivo Z1X. Even though there are some minor issues like no micro SD card expansion slot, that's one thing we see missing on the device. But even then, we feel the Z1X has a better overall qualities or features like the AMOLED display, better cameras, 22.5 watt charger, and overall in-display fingerprint scanner also is included. So overall, looking at the features, our suggestion is to buy the Vivo Z1X. So that was a detailed comparison of the Z1 Pro with the Z1X. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. This is Numal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.